at some of the front pages of your papers this morning. It's Saturday morning, of course, many of the papers leading with the stabbing of the author Sir Salman Rushdie in New York. He's been subject to death threats since 1989 over his novel Satanic Verses. The Telegraph says the author was airlifted to hospital following the attack and quotes New York governor saying he's getting the care he needs.
Now, the Times is reporting that Sir Salman was stabbed by a masked man dressed in black, prompting gasps and shouts from members of the audience. It also says that he had been due to speak about the United States being a haven for persecuted writers. The Guardian adds that the incident has prompted worldwide condemnation as an attack on free speech. The paper also covers the drought in England, which experts have warned could result in widespread crop failures, including potato and maize. What's caught your eye?
Well, I was just flicking through The Guardian here, and obviously we're talking a lot about The Guardian and environments more generally, and they've got this little test your knowledge question thing here.
Have you done the test already?
No, not really. Well, should I just read it out? Because there's only tiny words here. So, it's test your knowledge. There's a couple of interesting. On average, Holly, do you want in on this?
Oh, I'd love to, yeah.
On average, how much water does a person in Britain use each day? On average, how much water does a person in Britain use each day?
So not talking about drinking, just using?
Just you, yeah.
I can only read the question. On average, how much water does a person in Britain use each day?
What's the... OK.
I'd say 50
I'd
litres?
say...
50 litres.
Yeah.
I'd say more than that. 70.
The answer is 150 litres.
Wow. That's terrible. Oh
It's 150 litres.
Lot.
Now, this is the awkward bit here, because I think I'm going to have to turn the paper upside down, because I haven't got the answer to this. Which Premier League football club produced the most CO2 emissions during their pre-season tour?
Oh. Most CO2 during pre-season tour.
I'll read the question again.
Right, okay.
Which Premier League football club produced the most CO2 emissions on their pre-season tour?
I'm going to say Southampton, just purely on geography, if they've got the furthest maybe to travel, if they're having to travel.
Then you could say it could be... OK. I'm going to go Manchester City.
OK.
Oh.
We've overthought this, haven't we? We're really giving this too much thought.
You're OK. Have you got the number? You got it?
So it is, in fact... Sorry, I had to turn it upside down to get the results.
Well, we're intrigued now. I need to know.
Come on, what is it?
We're going to cancel the sport now.
Don't rush me. What did you say?
I said Southampton.
I said Manchester City.
It's Aston Villa.
Oh,
why?
Why? There's your job. There's your job.
Well, coming up at 8:30,
we'll be looking at all the CO2.
Amazing the things you remember when you're sitting here on the sofa. It's just come to me that the reason Aston Villa had the highest CO2 emissions on their pre-season tour was because they went to Australia.
Ah, there you go.
They weren't. I mean, there are quite a few. I'm going to investigate this further. This is going to take up the entire.
Well, that's good, isn't it? Because it's prompted the discussion.
They all went on tour. Why were they worse?
Australia is furthest.
Because
so it's probably quite a straightforward
calculation.
calculation.
They were the only ones in Australia, mind you. So
what else is going on? Holly?
Anyway, no, I don't care anymore. I just want to talk about this. I want to find a
down.
full list and investigate this, but we won't. We'll go off to Munich instead, shall we? Not quite as far as.